Hello, so today I thought I would sit down and kind of do a little recap of this year of 2022 and kind of link it in with talking a bit about vision boards because I made a vision board for 2022 and it's been sat next to me where I get ready every single day for this whole year, and I just kind of wanted to talk through the kind of visions that I put on there at the start of this year and kind of go through the ones that have come true, that have kind of become real, and kind of the stories behind that. And then I also thought I would also talk about how I'm going to be making my one for 2023, because I put a story on my Instagram the other day kind of saying like, oh, creating my vision board for 2023, and I actually had a few people ask me kind of what template I use and stuff, and I actually don't use a template as such, but yeah, I'll go into that. Okay, so this is my vision board that I had for 2023. Not everything on this kind of came to fruition or anything, but I just thought I would still kind of talk about it. So, okay, so the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is kind of possibly one of the biggest ones, and this was me playing the Isle of Wight Festival, the main stage. So I put this picture on my vision board, and you probably can't see it, but it's basically just a picture of the main stage Isle of Wight Festival. Now I put this picture on my vision board to represent just playing the Isle of Wight Festival, because I just thought it would be something that I'd really like to do again, because I did it in the previous year. But I actually ended up playing main stage this year, and I have a picture exactly like this. I'll try and put it somewhere. I don't know how, because I don't know how to edit videos, but I'm going to try and put a picture of this one and then the picture of me on this very stage. And the second I saw that picture of me on the stage, I was like, I know where that's from. That is on my vision board, and I just feel like the second I put this picture on there and I saw it every day and the kind of opportunity came around for me to play main stage, I was like, yeah, this is, yeah, there was a reason why I put this specific picture on there. Okay, so the next one that I'm going to talk about is kind of, I guess it's kind of music related, but if you don't know, I am doing a music degree. So I was in my first year last year, and I put kind of this picture in that says like first class. So basically the story behind that was that one of my goals was to get all firsts in my first year, which I achieved, which I actually think having this on my vision board really did help that, because it's next to me every day when I get ready, and I just found that kind of having that next to me and seeing that, and it kind of reminded me that that is something that I really wanted, and yeah, I'm super happy that I actually managed to do that. Okay, so this next one again is crazy. So I put this picture of a Fender Telecaster on my vision board just because I thought that is something that I would really love to be able to get, and I'd love them for ages. So I put it on my vision board, and I actually did manage to buy a Fender Telecaster in May. It's actually there. There it is there. So yeah, that's there behind me now, and I put a picture of it on my vision board, and yeah, I now have one, which is just crazy. Now I'm going to go on to a few of these are just weird. Like, I didn't realise kind of what would come true out of these pictures, but I know I put them on there for a reason without me realising, if that makes sense. Okay, so I have this picture of Clairo. Number one, just because she's performing, and I was like, oh, you know, just inspiration, and she's an artist that I look up to. But specifically I love this picture because of her drum skin. She has her name on her drum skin, and I was like, that is just so cool. And I actually now have my own drum skin. I have my logo on my own drum skin, which is just crazy. Again, I'll try and insert a picture of it, but I really didn't expect to need that this year or for that to happen. But no, there was a reason why I chose this picture, and yeah, the drum skin. So that's kind of one thing that I'm like, whoa, yeah, I managed that this year. Similarly, I have this picture, I'm just trying to get it off. Similarly, I have this picture of Holly Humberstone, and again, I just love this picture, and I wanted it on there because of her name in the background on the stage, and I actually now have a sign with my logo and my name on, and I did a couple of gigs this year where my name was behind me, which is just like a little kind of milestone and a little step, but it's something that I really, really wanted, and again, there was a reason why this picture was on there, for that very specific reason, because her name was on there. Next, I have this picture of Sigrid. I love Sigrid, I really look up to her, so that is kind of why I put her on this vision board, just because I was like, oh, I may as well put put her on there. But at the start of 22 I didn't think that I was actually going to go and see her in concert, and I saw her in November, so I kind of think maybe that is a reason why she was on the vision board, not only because I look up to her but also because I was meant to see her this year in concert, and I went with an amazing group of people and it was so fun. I have a few quotes on here which I'm going to do again this year because I think it's nice to kind of, obviously you look at this every day. I don't consciously look at it every day, but subconsciously I'm always looking at it. So yeah, I have a few quotes here which kind of just, when I saw them, made me feel like they were going to be useful to read every day. Okay, this next one was quite specific. I wanted to be able to have my video come out on Vevo, which I achieved in January of this year, so it's quite an early one, but I put it on my vision board because I was like, I want that sign next to or on my music video, and it happened. So yeah, it happened in January, so I'm really happy that that came to real life. Also, I just want to add, there's so many amazing things that happened this year that aren't on this board, but I just found, it was my first year of doing one, and I just found that it really helped kind of put some things into order and just kind of put some goals that I had in my head on paper, so I really liked it. I next had this picture of London. Now, I put this picture of London because I wanted to go there more, but also because I had a video shoot planned to go and shoot it in London, so I was like, I want to put it on there because I want to make sure it happens, and I actually did do that in January of this year, but I also ended up going to London quite a lot this year. I went with my boyfriend in April, which honestly, if you had told me that in January, I would have laughed in your face, but no, I went lots this year, and yeah, had the best time every time I visited, so I like that that was on there. The picture right here is kind of similar to the ones with like drum skin and the name sign that like I didn't realise maybe why at the time this specific picture was on here. But this is a picture of Sophia Tuxford. Now, if you don't know who they are, I watched Sophia and Cinzia on YouTube and I just love them, and I love kind of how much they travel, and I just thought she looked so nice in this picture, and I wanted to travel more this year, which I did manage to do, which I'm so happy about. But yeah, I thought I'm just going to put this picture on here. You know, she's on holiday, she's travelling, she looks good, she looks happy. So I was like, I'm going to put this picture on here, but I didn't actually realise that this picture is actually taken in Ibiza, and I actually went to Ibiza this year, and I had no idea that this picture was taken in Ibiza, and then when, I can't remember how I figured it out, but once it was planned that I was going to Ibiza, I was like, oh, like, I'll look at this picture, and it actually was taken in Ibiza, so I feel like there was a reason, again, why this picture was on here, because she's in Ibiza, and I was always meant to go to Ibiza this year because it was an incredible holiday. So they are all of the things from my vision board from this year that I kind of wanted to cover and just kind of give a little bit of backstory. And I think it's also nice for me to realise that things I put on this board at the end of last year I have achieved and have come true, and I'm just so grateful for that. But I wanted to talk a little bit about kind of how I'm going to be doing my vision board this year and kind of what I do and what I did last year, to be fair. Okay, so the first thing that I like to do is go on my notes. If you don't want to do it on your phone, then you can just like write it down in a notebook or something, but I just like having it on my phone because it's there then. So the template that I use is kind of six prompts. So it's 6 prompts that I kind of questions, I guess, that I answer. So I've got I want to be, I want to achieve, I want to feel, I want to be surrounded by, I want to go to, and I would love to be able to get. So the I want to be is kind of the vibes that I want to give off in 2023, and kind of what I hope to be able to be and the type of person that I hope to be in 2023. And then I want to achieve is kind of the more specific things, so that can be kind of like career, personal as well, but kind of big goals that I have, and try to be as specific as possible, even if you have to be a bit like ambitious, because I'm definitely being ambitious in these ones. And last year I thought I was being ambitious with putting the picture of the main stage at Isle of Wight Festival, but I achieved it, so there's a reason. There's definitely benefit to being specific, I think, so I've actually tried to be a little bit more specific this year than I was last year. We're going to see how it goes. And then you have I want to feel. So with this one I kind of feel like what do I want to feel personally and in myself, and what do I want to feel around me, what do I want the vibes to be, the aura around me to be, so I kind of write that. The next one is I want to be surrounded by, so that can be people, and I'm not too specific on this, but just kind of like the type of people that you want to be surrounded by. And then I want to go to, so I'm listing places that I would really like to go to next year. This year, I actually can't believe it. I was thinking, because I've wanted to go to Paris for literally the longest time, and it was not on my vision board last year, which I just think is so weird because I really wanted to go there, and it's not on there. But yeah, I went to places this year that weren't on my vision board, so you don't think like, oh my god, I have to think of everywhere that I could possibly ever want to go. Just name a few that you would really like to try and achieve this year. So that's what I have, and then I would love to be able to get. So for that one, in my mind, is kind of more of material things. So last year, under that section that I would love to be able to get was the Fender Telecaster. So it's like material things that you would really like to be able to get that year, as opposed to kind of I want to achieve, which is kind of more milestones. And yeah, I'd love to be able to get would be kind of more a material thing. And it doesn't have to be for yourself either. It could be I would love to be able to get this specific gift for my mum for her birthday, because maybe you didn't have the chance to this year or something like that. And then it could also be things that you've been wanting for ages and you would love to be able to be in the position to get. So after I write all of that down and kind of answer those prompts, I then go into Pinterest or Google Images, kind of put in the words that I've put below those prompts to kind of find pictures from it, and then I just choose the ones that I thought really resonate with me. For the kind of more specific ones, just try and get pictures that represent kind of what those goals look like in your mind, and yeah, just go on Pinterest and then I print them out and I will be putting them on this board. And yeah, I think it's just a really nice way. Some people might be like, no, it's so silly, but I think that's kind of why I wanted to cover everything that has kind of come true this year from my vision board, because I think it's pretty clear that it has helped me, and it's really helped me throughout the whole year as well to keep my goals and kind of what I envisioned at the start of the year to kind of carry on throughout the whole year. Because it's so often with like New Year's resolutions that like you're all good for like January, February, and then kind of as the year goes on you kind of fizzle out and you kind of forget like your goals, whereas it's there visually every single day. And yeah, it's really nice when something happened, like when something happened this year and then you realise like, oh my god, that was on my vision board, and it's like you're subconsciously seeing it every day but you're not kind of thinking every day like I need to achieve this. It's just like, yeah, kind of like the Ibiza thing. So when I managed to go to Ibiza, I was like, oh my god, that's actually on my vision board, like I didn't even realise. So yeah, I just think it's a really nice thing to do, and as I said, I posted that I was making my new one for 2023 and I had a few questions on it, so I just wanted to do this little overview, and also for me as well to look back on the things that I have achieved in 2022 from my vision board. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful if you're looking to make a vision board, and I hope you enjoyed seeing a little recap of some of the things that I had achieved this year.